Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. Thank you so much for stopping by again today. Foreign men are programmed to fail in Southeast Asia. Let's talk about that today. Can we have a conversation? That's all this is. I'm not an expert. I'm not a know-it-all. We just want to help each other to avoid some of the problems that we have over here. It's a question that's always baffled me. You know, why so many of us fail over here when everything is in place for us to succeed. I mean, everything. The infrastructure, we got the recurring income, the cost of living, and yet we fall flat on our face. And I'm going to tell you, the problems start before you ever get over here. That's why I said we're programmed to fail. I'm here in St. Carlos City. This is my old neighborhood. This is Margarita Village. See, it's clean. Now, this is developed because the city owns this. Now, I live in Margarita Village Extension. It's privately owned, so you don't see the paved roads and the sidewalks and everything like that. It's going to be some time before that ever gets developed. But I just want to talk about 3 things that I see in the program in the foreign men before they ever step foot on Southeast Asian soil. And the first one is infatuation. And if you look that word up, you'll see we immediately fall in love with the fantasy. Either the women, the country, the circumstances. And it's not just older men. Younger men are starting to fall victim over here too. They come over here with that Christopher Columbus complex, where they think they're discovering a place and people already live, have been living here for centuries, thousands of years really. But what happens is, even before you get over here, you've created this fantasy. And then once you get over here and the fantasy doesn't live up to the reality, you become disappointed, disillusioned, really. You start losing faith in the process. You lose trust in the process. So what's the next step that I see guys doing? We throw caution to the wind. We're not as careful as we should be. We start doing things that are dangerous or could lead to failure. Like what? Unneeded marriages and committed relationships. We're trying to buy love. So infatuation is the first problem that I see long before you get over here. So what's the solution to that? You know, tone down your expectations. You're still on planet Earth. These are still human beings you're going to encounter over here. Yeah, it's okay to be excited, but infatuated, it leads to failure, man. Infatuation is immediate. Love and reality occurs over time. It takes time. Come on over here. Remember, we're retired, most of us. No sense in us to be in a hurry, and that's my recurring theme on majority of my videos when I talk about moving over here. Is take your time, but we won't do it. So what's the next thing I see before we ever get on the plane? We've already made it up in our minds that this is an abnormal situation over here. Yeah. We know it's not normal for young women to be dealing with older men. So we're already off balance, really, in our thinking. Our thinking's not stable, man. We're not running on all cylinders. Y'all know what that means. The effort and the energy is just not there to make your time over here a success. We take things for granted. We're nonchalant about it. We've taken our eyes off the prize, which is us, and we've placed them elsewhere. And that leads to failure. We stop taking care of ourselves. We think it's going to be easy. But it's not. Let me go this way, man. I see this damn wind. I don't like the wind messing up my videos and stuff. But yeah, we already know that this isn't a normal situation. Well, I better go back this way because I'm going home. I went to the store. I don't want to go all the way around there. And that kind of leads into the next one, the last one as I see it. We're racked with guilt. We're under the impression that we're doing something wrong when we come over here. This is even before you get on the plane. You know deep down your subconscious mind, he's like, man, I'm doing something wrong. You know, either you're accused of abandoning ship over there at home, or you're going to come over here and prey on unsuspecting women. But somewhere deep down inside, you feel guilty. And that causes problems, man, in the long term. They've got something that they call a guilt complex. That can cause a long-term psychological problems, low self-esteem, depression, anxiety. Hello. Wow, they're building a nice, that's a big house there. Well, let me show that house. They're building, they're doing a lot of building around here. And remember, this is Margarita Village. Where I live is Margarita Village Extension. But yeah, we're guilty, and this is all about being honest with yourself, guys. I don't understand it. You know, you're talking from a man who's battled all these forces to succeed. I know what I'm talking about. I'm living successfully over here in Southeast Asia, and thousands of other men. This isn't just why men fail, but also how they succeed. We've got a grip on reality, man. We're still on planet Earth. These are still human beings we're dealing with. The table is set for us to succeed, but for so many of us, we fail. And I've always wondered why. It's always a question stuck in my craw, man. Like, damn, it's all set up for us to win. But one thing I see about successful guys over here, they take their time. They're not in a hurry. Now, you're going to see the difference between, say, Margarita Village and Margarita Village Extension. Hello! Now we're entering into Margarita Village Extension. Remember, I told you this is privately owned, so city doesn't own this. That's why you don't see the paved roads and everything. But I believe a petition is going to go up pretty soon for them to at least build us a road in and out of here, which would be great. I would take this one here because this leads right to my house. But guys who succeed have a grip on reality. They take their time, and they're on they have a sense of purpose. So they don't feel guilty when they come over here. It's like, this is a choice I'm making. I've done my research. I've got my plan together. I don't come over here to prey on anybody, to take advantage of anybody or anything. I want to live my life the best way I can. I'm not abandoning anybody back home. So they have a sense of purpose when they come over here. But yeah, we're programmed to fail long before we even get on the plane, man. We're watching all these videos on YouTube. We're chatting with these women. And we fall in love with an illusion. That's what happens. It's a fantasy. And then when you get over here, you're already programmed, so you just play it out. The fantasy's never going to live up to the reality. You're going to get disappointed, disillusioned. You're going to, what the hell? You know, I'm over here now, 8,000 miles from home. So you want to get married? Well, hell, let's get married, because you're going to try to make it work. you start doing stupid shit, man. My videos are just trying to bring your attention to what happens to us over here. I'm not some expert or something, but I did. One of the reasons I started my channel was to create a community. Hello. Of men and women, we can help each other over here because we need each other. Filipinos are smarter than us over here. A whole lot smarter. You're at a great disadvantage. And the sooner you know that, the better. They were talking about the skin tax yesterday. Well, hell, I don't even call that a skin tax. You know what a skin tax is, don't you? Go look this up if you don't believe me. Ford Motor Company, one of its finance arms, was found guilty of charging black people over there higher finance charges than white people with the same salary, the same credit score. They had to pay millions of dollars, guys. It didn't happen one time. It happened several times with different finance companies. That's a skin tax. Black people had paid several $100,000 more for their cars than they should have done. That's a skin tax. Over here, it's like, what makes you think that you're supposed to pay the same amount for fish in the market as the locals? If you're going to take your butt over there, and you're going to say, oh, it's not fair. Well, life's not fair. You think it's fair that he makes 300 pesos a day? That the wheel of life stopped off and let you off under some favorable circumstances? No matter what you say, you'll say your God is showing favor towards you. Well, this is one of the most religious countries in the world. But y'all need to quit with that skin tax. It's non-existent over here. If you're worried about that, then go only to the places where there's price tags clearly marked on the merchandise. So thank y'all so much for stopping by. That's another reason we fail. We got that arrogant Christopher Columbus attitude. You're not discovering nothing, guys, when you come over here. It's already been discovered. People have been living here for thousands of years. Just come on over here, get in where you fit in, and live a life you never dreamed, because that's certainly what I'm doing. So wherever you are in the world, there's always somebody worse off than you. Help them if you can. If you can't, don't make their life any worse off than it already is. I'm in the Philippines, not a day goes by, I don't help somebody. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. We help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. Stay out of trouble. I'll see you next time. They're getting ready to have some puppies. Hell, they got stuck yesterday. So we're going to have some little Shirleys and some little Curlies soon.